Okay. Hello, everybody. Here we are
Hello.
to support our hashtag creatives
Hello.
podcast
Hello.
episode. And tonight, our guests are Kathi Muhammad and Lacey Lace. And before I ask for them to introduce themselves and have some interesting questions coming up, let me introduce myself. Okay. My name is Alan Greenstein. I'm the founder of Support Our Hashtag Creatives. And the goal of Support Our Hashtag Creatives is to level the playing field for underrepresented creators and artists so that they have the same opportunities as everyone else to get their works created, distributed, and seen. I'm also on the board of directors of the Bella Levy Foundation. The goal of the Bella Levy Foundation is to fight human trafficking and provide a safe haven for its warriors. So happy that Kathi and Lacey are here tonight. So, Lacey, why don't you introduce yourself first briefly, and then we'll have Kathi introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. My legal name is Cassandra Grant. I'm better known as Lacey.
Yeah.
So if you feel comfortable to call me either Cassandra, or either Lacey, I answer to all three of them.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Do you have a very brief intro for yourself?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh. Do you have you can say a little bit about yourself before we get to the questions?
Oh, okay. So I'm an actress for the DMV area. I enjoy what I do. I also do stage plays and uh, present monologues to private events when I'm called upon. Um, I serve the homeless in my spare time, so I do a lot of things. So I hope we get into everything that I do and to invite some people out in our world, Facebook world, to some of our events.
Fantastic. Okay, Kathi, why don't you introduce yourself briefly?
Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Kathi Muhammad. Recently, I received an honorary PhD, so that's why you see Dr. Kathi Muhammad. And I've been acting since 2019. I've done a lot of work in the DMV. I've done films, public service announcements, commercials, industrials, plays. I've done quite a bit, and also one act plays, one woman plays too. And I just love what I do.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, yeah. So let's begin by why don't you let us know how you actually broke into the entertainment business, Lacey?
I always wanted to become an actor, starting from probably the age of 7. Well into my teenage years, I still
Wow.
wanted to act up until my adulthood. Of course, my parents both worked jobs, so they didn't have time to take me out to auditions and things of that nature. But I knew deep in my heart that one day that I was going to do it. I had already visualized it. I didn't know exactly when, but I knew I was going to do it. So later on, throughout my adulthood, as I got older, I always said that I made an age range that I wanted to break into acting, and my age range was 100. And the reason why I came with 100, my grandmother passed 2 years ago. She was 100 years old, but she was already older when I wanted to become an actress. But when she passed, I said, I'm going to be 100. I want to live till I'm 100 because I thought it would take a long time. It didn't take as long. It just took me long to get there to do my acting. So when I became, I got married and had kids, and life was life. And so it was about home boundary of my children, being married, a foundation of working a full-time job. Once I'm an empty nester, I went for it. I said, it's time for me now. So I actually, was divorced in between time, of course. My kids were out on their own, and everybody, they were doing good for themselves. So it was about me. And I went into it, started out. Actually, my acting started out not here in the DMV where I live. It started in New York. 2017, I started just reading everything I could about acting. And I stumbled upon something that said, Well, I have family in New York, so it was no problem for me to travel to New York. But I stumbled upon some article that says a lot of student films are done in New York. Universities, colleges, they're all out there looking for, extras, background work, or whatever. So that's what I did. Went back and forth, and I even took audition classes, like workshops, back and forth for almost 2 years. And when I got the swing of things, when I started networking more here in the Washington area, I started meeting film directors. And that's how that got started. Some of them started off as an extra. I don't mind, because sometimes you really meet A-listers as an extra. Some of my work, I did Charm City in Baltimore. I was an extra. I had like one line to say something to the guy Chino Braxton. He's a famous dirt bike rider. And the Jada Pinkett and Will Smith and her brother, that is their production in Baltimore, Charm City. I got to meet all of them, talk with them. I got their autographs and everything. And I was only an extra. So you meet a lot of people. I've worked with Jasmine Guy. I've also done, what do you call it? A stand-in. I have stand-in experience. So I've done so much. I worked on a TV series, Greenleaf, out in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I've done that. Multiple movies. Last year I did print work where I'm used as my picture for them to sell a product. Last week I did a Target commercial. It will be out in 2 weeks. Yeah. And I did that up in Bowie. So it's a lot. So one thing will lead you to the next thing. Don't ever think that you will not be able to find work, because as you're networking and you're in your field, you're going to be with like-minded people.
Yes.
It's going to work. It's like a magnet. You're going to be with like-minded people, and you're always going to learn something about work. Somebody's looking for an actress, an actor, a principal. So I do both. I do principal, but I also have no problem being an extra, because I meet so many lovely people. And I absolutely love the passion of lights, camera, action.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, is that Target commercial going to be web-based or on TV?
It's going to be on TV. It's a commercial.
Wow.
And I can say it's a Target commercial. Yep. And I think around the game time, they're going to release it then. That's what they target. That's what they told us. Okay. Around the next game time, it's going to be released on TV.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and that was
nice.
really, really fun. I was on set for maybe 8 hours, and I got paid pretty good. And I would like to say and pass on, if you can get into print work, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Lacey. Okay, Kathi, let's have your origination story. How did you get into the biz?
Okay, the way that I've always wanted to act too. When I was younger, when I was like in the 6th grade, I rewrote the Wiz play. I had this toy called Showboat. I don't know if anybody remembers Showboat, but Showboat was a boat, and it had many different plays, many different scripts. So I took the script from The Wizard of Oz and kind of revamped it and presented it with my 6th grade class. So I've always loved acting and writing scripts. And when I was in the drama club in high school, and when I went to college, my parents, I said, hey, I would like to get my degree in fine arts. And so my parents said, nope, you're not getting a degree in fine arts because you're not going to be able to get a job. So I didn't get my degree in fine arts. I got my degree in sociology. But when I retired from the government, so I got a good job, right? So that's what my parents wanted. So when I retired from the government, I said to myself, Kathi, what do you want? What do you want? And what I've always wanted to do was act. So I did the research too, like Lacey. I did the research because for me, I know that there are people out there that would like to take advantage of you. So you have to know what you're doing. So I researched talent agents. And so I got a talent agent, and Linda, it was called Linda Towson Agency, and they're legit, and that's for sure, because I did check that out. And just remember a tip: if any agency charges you money, run. Do not
Right.
get
Oh,
involved with
yes.
them. An agent takes 10%, 10 to 20% of the pay that you get from the jobs they find you. So do not fall victim to these scams that are out here. So anyway, so they got me quite a few jobs. I appreciated them. But then I realized, hey, I can get these jobs on my own in the DC area. And really in the DC area, because it's mostly non-union work, you can just get the jobs yourself. So that's what I did. I went to the different, they have different sites that you can go to. And then you can, some are paid, you pay for, some you don't. And I started to submit. You have to have a very nice headshot. That's another thing. A decent, not a selfie, a headshot. And you have to have a resume done right. If you don't have one, Google resume for actors. That is two of the requirements to start out: a resume and headshots. And I started to submit, and I got quite a lot of work as far as movies and commercials. And I did a series for a faith-based platform called PeerFlix. So I was very excited about that. And I got an opportunity to, they sent for me, it was in Lynchburg, Virginia. So they paid for me to stay overnight, and then we filmed the next day, and I was on my way home. It was quite a lovely experience. And that's how I started, and I plan to stay. I love what I do.
Great.
And the idea that there's something for everyone in acting. So don't feel that because I'm a certain age, I'm a certain height, I have a certain look. Look, it's something for everybody. I love it.
Yeah. What's an example of a site that you applied to get your information out there?
For me, Dragonuck Connects. That's DragonUKConnects.com. That doesn't cost anything. There's another one called TaylorRoyal.com. That doesn't cost anything too. But also you do have Casting Network. That's a fee. So there are many out there. Casting Network, that they charge for that. But
yeah, I've heard of Dragonuck, by the way. I have heard of that one.
It's popular.
People have been using that. Yeah, right. Especially in this area. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to say hi to World Music and Independent Film Festival. That's filmmaker June DeGuiso. We'll be talking a little bit about him later. And also Florence is on with us too.
Hey,
so
Florence.
welcome Florence and June. Okay. Well, let's see. Before we go on to the next question, I'm going to insert a brief commercial, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm Alan Greenstein, founder and producer at Support Our Creatives. At Support Our Creatives, I offer a number of services to support those developing a project. Check out the services tab of my website at supportourcreatives.com. If you are interested, please use the contact tab on my website or email me directly at alan@supportourcreatives.com. Okay, we're back. Okay, so this is great origination stories, and you also gave out a lot of great information about networking and how to get your name on these sites where people who are making projects are going to be looking for you. So that's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I want to ask a question about hobby versus passion. What's the difference? Sometimes people say, like in my case, they say that it's this is your hobby. I say, no, it is not. It's my passion. So, what do you think constitutes the difference between it's your work in entertainment or whatever else you're in being a passion versus a hobby? So, Kathi, how about you go first on this one?
Okay, yeah, definitely. For me, acting is a passion, and I look at it as a passion, meaning that I do the work. For example, I look for different opportunities. I also take acting classes, and I also network with other acting professionals. Yeah. And I take it seriously. When I say to me, a hobby as well, okay, I see this opportunity or this audition. Okay, I'll apply for that. But then, oh no, I don't think I'll apply for this. And, maybe it's just my time is not right. I don't want to take the time to do it. And another thing about a hobby is like if a person might not get the audition that the role that they want, they might just, set it down for a minute until they might get over their hurt feelings or something of this nature. But to me, a passion is when you want it, and when sometimes you might not get what you want, you still press forward because this is something that you really love. And I'm not saying if you have a hobby, you don't love it, but if you're really passionate about something, you're going to go all out. And if things get in the way, obstacles get in the way, you kind of push into the side, keep focused to what you really want.
Yeah, thank you, Kathi. Okay, Lacey, how about you?
Pretty much what Kathi said, but for me, acting, I would say is for now, it's my passion.
Yeah.
I wake up with it on my mind throughout the day, whatever I'm doing, it's on my mind. When I go to bed, it's on my mind. It's 24/7. I just on my regular government job, I had got to the point I couldn't even I could concentrate, but my mind was always when I get home, I'm going to look for an acting job. But I would come straight home from work and get into looking for acting. I'll be at work and I'm doing my work, but I'm thinking about, oh, I'd be glad when I start working where I can do my acting. That's a passion. That's when I worked for 40 years, I had to work. That was my career. That wasn't even a hobby. Right now, my passion is acting, something that I'm like Kathi. As long as God give me the strength and health to do it, I'll be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And the great thing that I know that Kathi and I are experiencing is acting is just so it's so broad, and it doesn't stop at just doing film work. It's so much to it. Other things that you can do. One thing leads to another. The short films, the long films, the commercials, things like that. Being invited to the fun part, red carpet events and things like that. Yeah. All of that is really good. And networking. We love to network and meet other people. But that's my passion. Now, for me, for the last 2.5 years, I have a hobby. I've always had a hobby, maybe like shopping was my hobby. My hobby now is my veggie garden. It's a hobby. It's not my passion, but I do love my gardening, my homegrown vegetables. But I don't have the same compassion for my garden as I do for my acting. So my acting is my passion.
Wow,
as Kathi said, you keep going. If you get a no, it's not going to stop me from saying I'm not going to act no more. I'm going to keep on going.
Yeah.
You don't just stop. Yeah, because you're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to get a lot of yes too, and it balances out. It balances. You don't have to stay in Washington. You can go travel different areas outside of Washington for work. It's great.
And also, I want to, just like Lacey has stated, it leads to, it's just a wonderful world because it leads to so much. And 2 years ago, Lacey and Joanne and I, we produced our own film. It was a small film, but yet, we put our talents together. And my granddaughter was the film person, and we produced a very nice little film. So it just takes you so many places. And also, I'm very excited because now I am a brand ambassador for a woman's boutique, and that came from my acting. And she asked me, she said, could you just, when you wear my jewelry, just mention my boutique? And I have on no jewelry, I have on a necklace. And so nice. The name of her boutique is Inspired Selections. So you see, if I wasn't acting, I might not have gotten that. Well, I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity. So I'm excited for that opportunity, and acting just takes you places you just would never know.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My situation. I mean, I consider what I do, support a hashtag creative. That's definitely my passion. I'm always thinking about it too. And it takes up pretty much all of my time when I'm not in my 9 to 5. So, yeah, just preparing for the podcast takes me a lot of time to do. That's my big thing these days. But but anyway, yeah. So that this is definitely my passion. You've been to acting, each of your passions. So that's great. In my case, of course, I do acting, but my main passion is being a producer. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So, let's talk about getting paid versus doing it just for the credit and recognition. Let's have your thoughts on that. Lacey?
Well, for me, both is good. Of course, pay is good.
Yeah.
I get paid for some of my acting, and sometimes I don't. But it's a passion for me whether I get paid or not. It really is. I love what I do, and if I don't get paid, I am earning my IBDM credits. Other filmmakers are still seeing my work, so you're still putting yourself out there while you're working on someone else's film. And like I said, you meet a lot of people. I do get paid for movies, and again, when you mostly, Kathi mentioned, and I also use Dragon Nut, and Royal. Was it Royal Taylor? Forgot the name of it. I can't think of it. But they pay you when you go to one of those sites. You always get paid. You get paid, and they have nice craft services.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just did the Target last week, and I had to fill out an I-9, took my tax forms, NDA. You filled out the whole 9 yards. It even tells me I can't work for Target or Walgreens or Walmart for 3 years because I did a commercial for Target.
Oh, very interesting.
But the pay was really good too. So I get my check in 2 weeks. I told Kathi I get paid in 2 weeks. But let me tell you the thing about that, since we're on the subject. There were other talents, actors that were there. You know how they found out about the job? Their agent sent them out. I don't have an agent. I found the job on my own. So, of course, the conversation came up. Well, how did you find out about the job? How did you find out about this project? So I said, well, I found mine on my own. How did you find yours? They my agent took, sent us out. They have to pay out of their money. Target will automatically take 20% out of their money.
Wow.
Before they even get, because they mail the checks to us before they get their check. But mine will come straight to me. Only thing they're going to take out is the withholding. I had to fill out the tax forms. But all of that money was mine.
Yeah. Okay. Kathi, how about you? What's your take on this?
Well, my take on it is that I work hard. I take classes. So my goal is to take roles where I get paid.
Yeah.
I have taken roles where I haven't got paid, especially I like to help up and coming young producers and directors who, for example, they don't really have the money, but they would like me to be in their movie. I had one such person that wrote a role just for me. And he said, well, I don't have any money, but I really would like you to be in my movie. And so I did. And then it's people that I really respect. And for example, June is one. June was the first person that gave me an opportunity to be in a movie. So yes. And so it wasn't paid. And from that day to this day, I'm in his movies and I don't get paid, but I would do it every time because I appreciate what he did for me. And there are other people and other directors that I've worked for that I appreciate them. And sometimes, I don't always get paid, but because of the people that they are, the work that they do, I do not mind taking a role for not being paid. But the goal is pay, though. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Understandable.
We all have to spend money. Yes.
You have something else to say, Lacey?
Yeah, we all have to spend money. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So was Kathi, was your first film Saving Anna, or were you acting before that?
No, I was acting before that. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it wasn't Saving Anna. But the first one I did was it was with June though. It was
Yeah.
called To Live and Die in Washington, DC.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first movie I did with and
And
ever
it's
since
June.
then I've been doing a lot of other movies. But prior to that though, I did commercials and I did a lot of public service announcements and internal, they call them industrials, and that's when just the company views it like an internal I guess you could say commercial just for that particular agency. So I did quite a number of other things as well. But
Oh,
oh yeah. Oh, and also I was in Return of Jay Brooks too. I was in quite a lot of movies with June. Shout out to
yeah.
June! Yay! Shout
Yes,
out to
that's right.
June!
He put that on there, as you can see. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess that it was just exactly 2 years ago when I met June, and because Bella Leby, who I mentioned earlier, she introduced me to June, and he said, "Hey, we're having a shoot coming out. You could be in the church scene of Saving Anna. Do you want to do it?" I'll say, "Sure, of course
Yeah.
we're going to do that." And I think that I don't know if that's where I met both of you for the first time. Might have been at
It
Saving
was.
Anna. Yeah.
And I was going to say another thing I appreciate about June is I lost my brother last Sunday, and June had put my brother in 2 movies. So,
Oh.
it's like, my goodness, I have my brother through film.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that he did that.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I have a quick question. Are either of you SAG eligible or in SAG?
I'm not SAG eligible yet, no, and I'm not in SAG.
No, I'm
Oh,
not in SAG. No.
okay, I was just wondering. Yeah. Okay.
But
Cool.
here in the DC, I mean, it's good to be SAG, but here in the DMV, I look at it for myself that it's not a rush because most of the jobs here are non-union. A lot of the SAG workers here, they don't necessarily get work. But I think more New York, Atlanta, LA, that's more of a big market for SAG, but here it's not. But of course, getting your SAG is important. But a lot of people that I've gone to classes with, instructors, that's the advice they tell me. They said, you can get SAG, but don't rush about it, because once you get SAG eligible, you will not be able to do non-union work again.
That's a very good thing to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, I've worked on projects where people have been filling out the whatever the form is to to let SAG know, hey, here's another project, another step towards becoming SAG eligible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
You
So
can only do so many projects. If you're a SAG, you can't do as many as you would like. It's a limit, and you have to cut it off. Yeah, so it's not
okay.
like we can do every day as a non-union working,
Yeah.
not SAG. It's a certain amount that they can't go over as far as working.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. By the way, for those of you who don't know, DMV stands for District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia.
Right.
This is in Washington, D.C. That's the 3 of us all live in that area, by the way, as it turns out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Nice. Now, okay. How can we help each other advance? I think it's important to know, but the community will help each other out, right? So, Kathi, what do you can have some words about that?
Well, I think that the way that we can help each other advance is like Lacey said. I always think when you're on set, put that cell phone away, unless you're going to take some pictures, of course. Put the cell phone away and talk to the people that are on set with you, because you can get a lot of information from them and they can get a lot of information from you. I also believe that we should support each other. For example, we can go to a red carpet event. I'm not necessarily in the movie, but I want to go to support my fellow actors. I think that's very important, just to let them know, hey, we're here for you. So I think it's important to network, and I think it's important to support and and share information. I think that's very important. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's right. How about you, Lacey?
Well, I agree with Kathi. Networking is number one. And things as what you're doing right now with the podcast, where other people can learn things that they may not have known about. Hopefully that's something that Kathi and I have said have sparked them, and they can take that same road or similar to the road that we traveled. Because my feeling is that just like as Kathy said before, it's enough work out here for everyone. So
Yes.
sharing is okay. And Kathy and I, we do share something. We do share. We share. And but you know, you do have a lot of people, and you have a lot of people that they don't even want to look for a job. They want you to just look for them, or they kind of like just want to do what you do. I mean, is that your passion, number one? Because I can go on a set, and if I'm on a set for 14 hours, I'm telling you the truth, and Kathy knows we talk about this. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Greenleaf, I worked 2 seasons on Greenleaf, 20 and 21. The COVID was out then, and that set was 14 hours, period. Nothing less, but they pay you for overtime. That was good and everything. I enjoyed it because while you on set, while they're taking all the time with the principal actors filming, you're networking with all these other people that's out there, and you're learning, you know, and it's, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's networking is number one. And what you're doing to get the word out, that's good too, for the world to see.
Yeah, and I do want to mention that when we do the non-paid movies, of course, with June, 2 of the movies are Academy Award contenders. So you never know. Okay, you're not getting paid, but guess what? You are getting paid because of recognition to say, "Oh yes, I was in an Oscar-nominated movie twice."
Yeah,
Sneezing.
exactly. Yeah,
Absolutely. And I'm gonna piggyback to what Kathy just said. Yes, and yeah, thank you, June, for that, because you can go in and you can add those accolades to your IBDM and get credit for it. You get points.
exactly. Yeah, I am. Yeah. IMDb, very important. That's one of the places where producers or whatever, they go to look for people. So it's important to get all that stuff out on IMDb and try to keep it up to date. Make sure you have a bio out there, you know, and have a photograph of you, at least one. So that's important too. You know, I have most of my IMDb credits listed are in the production flavor, but I also have some acting as well. Yeah, so that's important to do.
You know, I've heard people say if you're not on IMDb, which is called International Movie Database.
Internet Movie Database.
Okay, yeah, if you're not on internetmoviedatabase.com, which is IMDb, then you're not acting.
Because you can't show your work.
There you go. So if you're not on there, then you're not in the game. So I suggest anybody that's interested in doing their acting, get yourself an IMDb account and go to work.
It's like your resume.
Right. It's like your resume.
Yeah. That's right. Another very important thing to remember. Yeah. So June just talked about some he produces now eligible for a Golden Globe Award. So that's something to look forward to. Congratulations, June.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. June is the hardest working man in showbiz.
Yes. So.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and he's not. In addition, not only is he directs and everything, he also writes. He writes some great books too that he adapts to the movie. So he's a busy guy.
Yeah, and put our names in the book with our picture.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I've said that's right.
That's right.
Same with me. Yeah.
I'm very grateful.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So that's why we always give our best.
Yeah.
We're dealing with June and others as well, but hey, I'm bringing it for June. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, June. I've been in I've done occasional acting roles before. Mostly I'm a producer type, but June has really accelerated my on-screen appearances.
Yes, he has.
Yeah,
been on quite a bit of things.
Yes. Yeah. And you mentioned about my my podcast here, and you hit it right in the nose. You know, people can tune into the podcast and they can learn something about what creatives do. And by the way, my podcast is also on IMDb. At least I started putting it on. I had to fill it in so far. So even podcasts can be put on there. So
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. You can put commercials on there. You can put podcast. You can put anything. Just put anything you want out there. That
my reel is on there. I put my reel on there.
Yeah.
You can even put your play, because I think one of my plays I did. You can go in and put your play in too.
Exactly. Yeah. So once again, great advice. IMDb, make sure you populate it so people can see what you've been doing, and you will attract the attention of producers and such.
Yes.
That's right.
Yep.
All
Okay.
right.
Let's talk about dedication to your craft and being professional on set. So, Kathi, thoughts?
Well, as far as being professional on set, I look at three things. Be on time. As a matter of fact, try to be earlier, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes earlier. Also, you also have to have wardrobe. For example, have maybe 2 to 3 sets of clothing in addition to what you're wearing, just in case wardrobe might need something that you're not wearing. So don't just come to set in your in your outfit and think that's okay. Have your extra with you, and also be a team player. You help if wherever someone might need help. You can ask if they need help, but keep a positive attitude. And there are long hours on set, and for sure when you're doing movies, you like have I guess you take after take after take. So you could end up doing 10 takes, but you have to be patient and be positive because that's the process.
Yeah. Okay. Lacey?
I would agree. Piggyback off what Kathi is saying. Not to be late. Be on time, even just be earlier. And don't, after 3, 4, maybe 5 hours, don't ask the ADs. You don't ask them, when are we going to get out of here? You don't ask them that. You don't, that's not the part of acting. You're going to be on set. You're going to be on set, and you're not going to be asking them, how late are we going to be here? You can't do that. You won't get a job back with them if you do that. Listen to the AD, listen to the directions, because they're watching and they're listening. When they tell you not to pull out the camera, don't pull out the camera, because they not only would take it. I've been on set. Jasmine, last year I did one of the movies with Jasmine Guy. They told us from the beginning, do not take any pictures. Jasmine Guy comes into the building. The girl pulls out her picture, takes a picture. The AD went over to her and said, they give me the camera. And she said, no. And he said, well, my second thing is I'm going to ask you to leave. She had to leave. She left. That's what it means. I couldn't take any pictures on set last week with Target. There were no cameras. The only pictures was like when we left, was getting ready to leave, outside to take the pictures of, the friends that we made. They mean what they say, no pictures. You don't walk up to the actors and actresses and ask for pictures. I did Greenleaf. They were strict, no pictures. Some of the principal people that were there, I wanted to come back there and work again. I didn't want to get caught with my camera out. So you have to listen. They mean business.
And not only they mean business with the cameras, they mean business with you not saying anything, because you have to sign a NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, saying that you will not make any comment or you will not say anything else about what you're doing. And if they find out that you have said something again, you're never going to work with that organization again.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. June mentioned Hollywood and Washington, D.C., so that you two are involved with that. Is that to say a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you, June, because he gave me a show, and it's called Lacey Lace, Who You Wearing? And I named it that is because I used to watch Who You Wearing, the show by Joan Rivers, the Who You Wearing on a red carpet. So that's how I came up with the name Lacey Lace, Who You're Wearing. So when I interview the actors on red carpet, I always ask them, who are you wearing? So they'll say, they'll give me the name brand of their clothing line or whatever. But I'm really pleased because June allows me to write what I want to say. So I'm producing what I want to say. I ask what I want to as far as who they're wearing, what brand are they wearing, So I'm really grateful for that, because that platform, all of the actors, they always look forward to having that interview to show their stuff off. What they. So I'm grateful for that. So yeah, that's part of who you are. I mean, that's part of Hollywood and DC. Yeah. So I have another.
Yes, and I've been interviewed on that myself.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about getting representation. We mentioned about agents and stuff like that before. So, anything to add on that topic, Kathi?
Well, I think if you want to get representation, now it's more like who you know type thing, who you refer to. It's not about just submitting your resume to an agent. You have to be referred from maybe a casting director or from another organization. And a lot of times they have workshops too, where they'll have a workshop for, like, say, Ready for New York, where talent agents will come in and it's not a pay for play. It's like they come in and they'll critique your work, that type thing. But it's not like they're going to represent you immediately or anything like that. So it's a different game now as far as being referred to get an agent, that type thing. Or when you do, you go in for an agent, you have to audition. I had to audition for the agent, and they made the decision on if they were going to accept me as a talent.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. Lacey, have anything more to add to that?
Well, I just would like to mention when I first started out, 2018-19, I did have an agent in Newport News. It was called Talent Inc. Very beneficial. My classes, I didn't drive to Newport News, but my sons would drive me to Newport News, and it was a weekend thing where you learn, different scene studies and things like that as far as your acting skills. I really loved it, but they didn't give me as much work as they said they would. So when I got back home to the DMV area, I would look for my own work. I was finding more stuff on my own than they were finding for me. Yeah, so I kind of like just went loose with it. And I've been working constantly every year. I have not been out of work at all. I have a full schedule all the time, and I love it.
Well, that's very important. As you said, you are, as you said, always having something to be performing in, even if you don't have an agent. It's possible. It's possible. Yes.
Now, I will say this. I'll be frankly honest how this is my feeling. To get the bigger jobs, you do need an agent. To the bigger platforms, the blockbuster movies, you probably, unless you know somebody, if you know somebody personally that's going to, but you would need an agent. I would say that. But for right now, I'm good.
Good. Okay. Okay, now time for some self-kudos. Let's talk about awards. Okay, Lacey, what awards have you been honored with?
Well, the one I'm just going to talk about my favorite one. Okay, that's always like is near and dear to me. June.
You just happen to have it with you.
Here, WMIFF Award 2023 to top 10 to one of the top DMV actress. It's a nice marble award that I was presented. I'm very happy to have received this for the work that I have done. Yeah, I've been nominated at June. June had nominated me for another movie before this one. 2022, I was nominated, but 2023, I did get this award here. I'm very happy.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Kathi.
Okay. Yeah. Hey. So in 2022, I was awarded the Viewers Choice Award through the WMIFF through June. I received that, and then in 2023. The Mama Awards is the music and movie awards. I received an award for the best supporting actress, and also I received the beautiful award that Lacey has, and I received that in 2023 as one of the top 10 DMV actresses. And then recently I received this award. It's really cool. I think it's a sign of the future. You probably can't see it, but it's a sign of the future, and it's a Star of Fame, it looks like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You probably can't see it, but
yeah. Oh, I see. We see it now. Just hold it still like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I had received from Shooting Future Stars for the work that I've done with them. So I look at this as a sign of the future.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, we have to at the WMIFF this year, 2024, I received a achievement award.
Yes.
And also, there was an award for best animation called Sock Puppets by, and I was one of the executive producers on. And Joy Lamont Smith, she's the animator. So those are 2 awards I got at the last WMIFF earlier this year. Okay.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and okay, now let's talk about the upcoming cruise with June DeGuiso coming up in January. This is really exciting. It's the first time I've been on a cruise before, but it's the first time that I've been on what I call a group cruise. You know, a cruise with a purpose, with a bunch of people, with one thing in mind. And I know you 2 are going to be on that cruise as well.
Yes.
Right? So basically, there's a plan to film parts of 2 different films during the cruise. For one's called Forever Young, another one is called Mateo's Blood Final Chapter. So now, Forever Young is the one that myself and my wife Randy are in. And which films are you in, Kathi?
Okay, yeah, I'm in both of them. Lacey and I are in both of them. Yeah, we're in Mateo's Blood and we're in Forever Young. So you're really excited to have a cool vacation and again, doing what we really love to do, filming. So I'm very excited. I love working with everybody as far as the WMIFF family. You know, it's just like a family, and we're going to have a great time. I'm very excited that we don't have to fly anywhere, that we just leave from Baltimore and cruise on down to the Bahamas. And, you know, and speaking with June, I believe he said we would probably film during the day, not necessarily every day. And we would just do that in addition to having fun being on the cruise ship with all the different activities and probably all the excursions that would take to the Bahamas. But again, for me, it's like, it couldn't get any better. It's like a vacation and you're having fun doing what you really love. It's like, I'm all in. So when he said, hey, this is what we're doing, it's like, okay, I'm in. And I'm excited because I'm taking my husband with me too this time.
Okay, good. Okay, Lacey, how about you? Which of the 2 films are you in, or are you in both?
I'm in both of them too, and I'm very excited to be on a cruise ship filming. And I believe the plan is June is going to film on the days that we don't port. You know, the days that we're on the ship and not out on on land, we'll be cruising on those days. I'm sorry, we'll be filming. I'm getting so excited. We'll be filming on those days. Inside the ship, and we'll get to eat dinner together. He wants us to eat dinner all together in the evening time, so that's going to be nice, where we can talk and network. And the MJD. I want to say something. The MJD production with all the actors and actresses. We're a family. It's no short. I'm just going to say we are family. When we all get together on land, it's something else. Nothing but lots of fun. So on water, we're going to see how it works on the ship.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Because whenever we get together after we it's just a lovely time. Yeah. Everybody is just so wonderful, and I'm just so excited to be with a group of people that got it going on.
Yeah, because June, we still get together after we work. We still get together and have happiness. We're breaking bread together. Yeah, you're dancing, you're laughing. I mean, by the time you leave from our event, when we get home, our stomach is like just balled up in a knot from laughing. You've been there, Alan. You see how much fun we have at those events, right?
Yep. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So exactly. Really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I got a slight correction. The 2 films, one is called Forever Young, and the other one is called Embrace of Mateo's Blood. Those are the actual. I wanted to mention that. I want to think the title's correct. So thanks, June, for that.
Yeah, and I gotta order my vampire teeth.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, well, we don't want to give anything away.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. As you always, when you're involved in a shoot and in any project, it's always interesting to see what the finished project is going to end up looking like. So that's.
But I'm getting Halloween is coming up. I'm talking about for October for here.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. All right. So we're going to take a a brief break, and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm Alan Greenstein, founder and producer at Support Our Creatives. If you make something, albeit make a movie, start a business, write a book, make a physical product, run a nonprofit, promote people, are a songwriter, etc. You too are a creative, and I would love to have you be a guest on the Support Our Creatives podcast. If you want to be featured on this podcast, please use the contact tab on my website at supportourcreatives.com or email me directly at alan@supportourcreatives.com. Okay, we're back. Okay, now a totally different subject. Let's talk about both of you. You are involved a lot in volunteering and helping out the community. So let's talk about some of the organizations that you represent. Kathi, why don't you talk first?
Okay. I would like to say too, before I tell you the organizations I'm involved with, is that a person has to be well-rounded. Acting is important, your spiritual growth, your mental health, your physical health, and I include working in the community as spiritual health as well, in addition to you're going to church. But yes, when I retired, I started an organization. It's called Serving Women Across Generations. It's called SWAG. And it's open to all women of all ages, races, and religions. And the goal is to bring women together so we can learn from each other. People who have had challenges can help people that are going through challenges now. It's very important that we have a conversation. So what I do once a year is I have a panel discussion with different women, bringing women together, and we can discuss and talk about things. And I recently had we had planned to have a meet your people that serve us in the community. So it was an opportunity to meet a judge, two judges, and also meet the clerk of the court. And that was promoted through my organization. But unfortunately, because of COVID, we had to cancel that. So I'm looking to do something else before the year is out. In addition, I work with Florence. She's on the podcast. Yay, thanks, Florence. Florence is the CEO of an organization entitled Open My Heart Foundation, and that deals with women, Black women, and women of color who have had strokes and who have had heart attacks. It's a big disparity among the health and the care that the women get based on what this happens. So right now, on the 21st, we're having a heart walk down. We're going to start at Woodrow Wilson Bridge and walk it's a 5K. So that's basically an hour's walk. So we invite everybody to come to that. And that event is on Eventbrite, and this is called Heart Walk. And also I work with another group called Getting Into Good Trouble. And that's based on Congressman John Wilson. No, that's not, I'm saying the wrong word, but it's based on the congressman's his motto, getting into good trouble. So we work in the community and do what we can to help make things better. Clothing drives, helping in schools, and just trying to make the community better. So those are, and also Sister for Sisters Network, where it's a community-based organization, 4 pillars: health, education, domestic violence, and also entrepreneurship. So I'm very involved because I believe that changes happen at the community level.
Okay, very nice. Okay, Lacey, why don't you tell us about your organization that you work with?
Okay, so I'm a member, volunteer for working with the Open My Heart Foundation with Florence Champagne. And hi, Florence, you on the line. Absolutely, whatever I can do to help out. I really love to be involved in helping whatever I can do. Also, I'm on the board of Wanda Hope Closet. And what we do is we solicit, but we buy prom dresses for the girls at Crossland High School. We have turkey giveaways right there at Crossland High School. We donate school supplies at Crossland High School. And it's for everybody. Anybody in Maryland can come up and get their turkey, their school supplies We have brand new sneakers that we give away, coats, and we donate. Some stores do donate to Wanda's Clothes Closet, but as board members, we still do our part too to make sure that there's more than enough, and it's always more than enough. We take seniors. We went on a cruise ship, the Odyssey boat ride, and it was for seniors. We took,
Oh, yes.
just I guess last month, and the seniors didn't have to pay not one dime. They were picked up if they couldn't get there to the waterfront, to where the ship was leaving. We made sure of that, and everybody had a lovely time. They got gift bags as gifts, and that was good. I'm also with the New Royal Family, where we feed the homeless every Saturday at the shelter on 2nd and D Street. I've only been with them maybe 2 years, but the New Royal Family has been in existence for 4 years. Dr. Jennifer Galencier, she's the person who founded the organization. What the word I want to use? She's the founder. And we feed the homeless every Saturday, clothe them, and I even share my vegetables there. I took tomatoes there this past Saturday and had tomatoes for everybody, homegrown tomatoes, and people was loving every bit of it. They have good hot meals every Saturday. So I'm a part of that organization, and I absolutely love it. I love what I do. Everything. You have to love everything that you do. Life is about living. I want to live the life I love. I love the life I live. When you see me smile, I'm a smiley, happy person all the time. I know life can go sour sometimes, but it's how you can turn your sour into sweetness. Some it's bitter and sweet. I just learned at a young age. My parents taught me. It's embedded in me. When things are saddened, I know how to turn it around and make myself feel good. And it's just a learned behavior that a lot of people need to learn. Otherwise, you're going to soak. You're going to melt down. You're going to have a meltdown if you don't. There's other ways. But I only can speak about what works for me. But I love staying busy. I really do. So, yeah, those are some of the things that I do.
Okay.
I don't even know how I got off track. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kathi and Lacey. Very important organizations that you are associated with, and and for those of you who are watching this for audio only, you just go search on the names of the organizations; they'll pop right up. Then maybe you want to be involved too. So nice. Okay. So we're coming close to the end now. Can you guys? What upcoming projects do you have that we have not already mentioned, Kathi?
Okay. I was going to tell you before I mention the upcoming project. One of the upcoming projects, it's not movie related, but on the 21st, my husband and I are receiving an award for Couple of the Year. So we've been married for 44 years. So I'm excited about that. And so, so coming up October, first week of October, Cassie and I are doing a play. Well, it would be a skit, a dramatization of domestic violence. So we're part of a weekend program to bring awareness to the domestic violence. And also I'm going to be rehearsing right now for a play coming up next year, and it's going to be called Conversations in Faith. So I'm looking forward to that. November coming up, we're probably looking at being presenters for the music and movie awards. So quite a lot coming up. And I just finished, I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks ago, working with the wonderful director. Her name is Andre Harris. It's called Delusional. I was so excited to work for her. So things are really popping.
I work with Andrea myself, and she has her own studio called It's a Rap Studio in Bel Air, Maryland. So it's really great.
I like work. She's another one of the great directors. Her, Kazar, love working with Kazar, Andrea, Mignon Pinson, and June, and many, many others as well.
Yep.
In the DMV.
Okay, Lacey, what's coming up for you?
Well, Kathi did mention, Kathi, it's okay. For the outside world, Kathi mentioned me as Cassie because Kathi knew me before Lacey. My nickname, we worked together many years ago. We worked together for the same for DOD, Department of Defense, and people at work, they call me Cassie, not Cassandra, but Cassie. So you might hear Kathy say Cassie sometime. So yeah, so yeah, we're doing a two-woman show coming up in October about domestic violence, and this will be our third year performing.
Yeah.
The sponsor, she loves how we bring that her story to life. So we're looking forward to doing that next month. Also, I have two movie premieres with Andrea. One of them is the Battle. I'm a mother that's I can't tell. Let me not talk about it. But and then Delusional. So you saw me on it. I was a judge, and you said that you was there too. So yeah, I'm a judge in this other movie. So I'm very excited for these two roles. The movie premiere, the red carpet event is going to be coming up soon. I cannot wait. So yeah, and as Kathy mentioned, the Mama's Award is coming up, where we're going to be presenters again this year. So we're happy.
Yep. And then on the 24th, we will be attending the Mayor's Arts Award Gala.
That's right. At the Lincoln Theater.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've been to Lincoln Theater.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. One thing I want to throw in about the DMV, the DMV, we have lots of venues where things are going on all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, okay. That's fantastic. Okay. So what's the best way for people to reach you? Let's see. Lacey?
Well, Facebook, Lacey Lace Actress. You can always find me on Facebook.
Okay, there we go. Very good. Okay, Lacey Lace Actress on Facebook. Just search for that and pop right up. Okay, and Kathy, how about you?
Yeah, Kathi Muhammad space and then -actor on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. That's fantastic. Well, I would like to thank our two great guests, Kathy and Lacey, for being on tonight. We've learned so much multifaceted talents that you are in and out of entertainment, right? So It's really been great having you. So let me see. Okay, so I'm going to say goodnight now. But before I do, don't forget to tune to Spotify, the Support #Creatives podcast, where all my past episodes are located. Just search for Support #Creatives on Spotify, and it'll pop right up. So I figured I'd give another plug to myself. Okay, so thanks, ladies, for being on tonight. And I'm going to say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for having us.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Good night.
Here's a message about Crystal Starnes, advocate for victims, and podcaster.
Are you an entrepreneur, actor, music artist, or someone trying to make a difference in the community, or have a story that could help someone suffering in silence? If your answer is yes, then you need to check out Crystal Starnes' various podcast shows that she produces and hosts. Come on one of her shows and make a difference. Promote your business on her platforms. Ask her about package deals to get your brand more noticed. Want a commercial about your business done by her voice? She also offers package deals for that service. You can find her at crystalstarnshow.com and voiceforvictimsradio.com. Also, if you want access to all her podcast shows and blogs, join her community awareness page for just $4.99 a month. That's right, just $4.99 a month. Then you would have access at a click of a button to her various platforms. Crystal Starnes is trying to make a difference for all people in the world. She wants to help as many people as she can so no one is suffering in silence. Anyone who has a vision and wants to achieve their dream, she has the passion to help promote you to get you to the next level of success.